If you still think life should be fair, you urgently need to hear this. These 10 truths will destroy your illusions but build you as a man. Not everyone is ready to accept them, but those who dare will become stronger than 90% of people around them. This isn't just advice. This is the foundation of inner strength. This is the essence of Stoicism. Those who accept these truths become dangerous. Watch until the end if you're tired of self-pity and want to transform into who you're meant to be. Truth number 1, the world owes you nothing. Most men live with the illusion that someone should come and give them a chance. Should believe in them, save them, pity them, or offer the opportunity of a lifetime. But the truth is, nobody owes anyone anything. Not your parents, not the state, not the woman you helped. The world is indifferent. It doesn't care about your feelings, dreams, or efforts. And the Stoics understood this perfectly. Seneca wrote, "You suffer not because the world is unfair, but because you expected fairness from it." Think about it. How many times have you complained that life isn't fair? That you deserved better treatment? That someone should have given you a break? Every moment spent in that mindset is a moment stolen from your potential. The universe doesn't operate on fairness. It operates on cause and effect, action and consequence. You plant seeds, you reap harvests. You sit idle, you starve. It's that simple. As soon as you stop waiting, you become dangerous. You have nothing left but action. You no longer ask, you take what's yours. Not through complaints, but through discipline, courage, and strength. Look at any successful man. Did he wait for permission? Did he ask the world to be kind? No. He saw what needed to be done and did it. He failed, got back up, and kept moving forward. Not because the world owed him success, but because he refused to accept anything less. A man who accepts this truth gains inner independence. He stops playing victim. He becomes the author of his destiny. This is frightening because now all responsibility rests on you. But this is exactly how real men are born. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, yet he understood this principle deeply. He wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." He didn't wait for favorable conditions. He worked with what he had. You either accept this as freedom, or you spend your entire life waiting for a miracle that will never happen. The choice is yours. Will you take what's yours, or will you keep begging for scraps? Truth number 2, your emotions, your responsibility. How many times have you allowed anger to destroy relationships? How many times have you pouted like a boy when someone didn't meet your expectations? Stoicism teaches, emotions cannot be controlled, but reactions can. Let me be clear, emotions will come. Fear, anger, sadness, jealousy. They're part of being human. But what separates a man from a child is what happens next. A child throws a tantrum. A man pauses, breathes, and chooses his response. A real man doesn't behave like a capricious child. He understands emotions come and go, but actions remain. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If a person angers you, ask yourself what you're not controlling within yourself." Think about the last time you exploded in anger. Maybe it was traffic. Maybe it was a coworker. Maybe it was your partner. In that moment, you gave them your power. You let external circumstances dictate your internal state. That's weakness disguised as passion. As long as you blame others, you're weak. But when you acknowledge that you choose how to react, you become free. This doesn't mean becoming emotionless. It means becoming master of your emotions rather than their slave. Epictetus taught his students, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." A Stoic warrior on the battlefield didn't fight with rage. He fought with calculated precision. His emotions served him, not the reverse. A man is a rock, not a storm. He doesn't suppress feelings, he manages them. When anger rises, he acknowledges it, "I feel angry." Then he asks, is this anger serving me? Is this the man I want to be? What's the wise response here? This requires strength, patience, and training. You don't master this overnight. It's a daily practice. Every morning, you wake up and commit, today, I will not be controlled by impulse. Today, I choose my responses. But this is exactly what makes you dangerous. When other men are reactive, emotional, unstable, you remain calm. You see clearly. You act decisively. That's power. Accept it, nobody is responsible for your outbursts of anger. You're either master of your feelings or their slave. Which will you be? Truth number 3, nobody will come save you. There's no older brother who will pull you out of poverty. No magical mentor who will make you rich. And certainly no woman who will heal your pain. You either rise on your own or rot in the shadows. This is perhaps the hardest truth to swallow. We're raised on fairy tales where the hero gets rescued. Where someone stronger, wiser, richer comes and solves all problems. But life isn't a fairy tale. Look around you. The successful men you admire, they didn't wait for rescue. They climbed out of their own hell with bloody hands and broken backs. They fell, got up, fell again, and kept going. Nobody handed them anything. The Stoics taught, be your own support. Everything you need is already within you. This doesn't sound pleasant, but it's honest. Epictetus was born a slave. A slave. Yet he became one of history's greatest philosophers. How? He didn't wait for someone to free him. He freed his mind first. You might be thinking, but I need help. I need connections. I need resources. Yes, you do. But here's the truth, those things come to those who've already started moving. Help comes to those who are helping themselves. The universe rewards action, not intention. It rewards the man who's up at 5 a.m. grinding while others sleep. The man who's learning new skills while others scroll. The man who's building while others complain. The sooner you accept that you're the only one who can change your life, the faster you'll start acting. No savior is coming. Your parents can't fix this. Your friends can't do it for you. That woman you're hoping will complete you. She'll only expose what's missing inside you. Marcus Aurelius had all the power in the world, yet he wrote, confine yourself to the present. Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up, if you will ever dig. Everything you need is already inside you. The strength, the wisdom, the courage. It's there. But you have to dig for it. You have to cultivate it. And you have to do it alone. A man isn't someone who has everything, but someone who builds from scratch, without support, without complaints, without whining. He's the architect of his own life. The builder of his own character. The forge of his own strength. Accept it, only you can pull yourself to the top. Everyone else is just spectators. Will you give them a show worth watching? Truth number 4, a woman is not your life's meaning. You can love, you can respect, but if a woman becomes the center of your world, you've already lost. The Stoics taught being independent even from those you love. Listen carefully, this isn't about not loving women. It's about not losing yourself in the process. Too many men make a woman their sun, and they become a planet revolving around her. When she leaves, their entire universe collapses. Epictetus said, never make your happiness dependent on what's not in your power. A woman can leave, betray, change. People change. Circumstances change. And if at that moment your entire world collapses, it means you built it on sand. I've seen strong men, successful men, completely destroyed because they made one woman their everything. They abandoned their purpose, their friends, their passions. They became shadows of themselves. And when she left, there was nothing left of them. A man must have a mission bigger than any relationship. Something that drives him when he wakes up. Something that doesn't depend on anyone's approval or presence. This could be building a business, mastering a craft, serving a cause, raising strong children. A man is a support. An independent force. Your mission, purpose, development must come first. This might sound selfish, but it's actually the opposite. When you're solid in yourself, when you have purpose and direction, you become more valuable in the relationship. You have something to offer beyond neediness and dependence. Women are attracted to men with mission and purpose. They're repelled by men who make them their entire world. It's too much pressure. It's suffocating. A woman wants a man who's going somewhere, and she can choose to join that journey. Seneca wrote, "No man can live happily who regards himself alone, who turns everything to his own advantage." You must live for another if you would live for yourself. This paradox is key. By having your own purpose, you actually become better for others. Then a woman will be drawn to you, not the other way around. She'll see a man who's building something, who has direction, who isn't desperate. And that's magnetic. But if she leaves, it hurts. You're human. But your world doesn't end. Because your world is bigger than her. Your purpose continues. Your mission remains. You feel the pain, process it, and keep moving. Accept it, your life isn't about her. She's only a part, not everything. Your mission comes first. Always. Truth number 5, nobody values your potential, only results. You can be the smartest, most capable, most promising, but until you show results, nobody will believe in you. The world judges by facts, not dreams. The Stoics taught action, not talk. Do, don't brag. Let your deeds speak for you. Potential is the most overrated word in the English language. He has so much potential. Translation, he's done nothing yet. The graveyard is full of people with potential. The world is full of men who could have been great. How many men live in fantasies, saying, I could have, but don't do? They talk about the business they'll start, the body they'll build, the skills they'll master. But talk is cheap. Intention means nothing without execution. Marcus Aurelius, despite being emperor, was obsessed with action. He wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Not talk about being one. Not plan to be one someday. Be one now." The market doesn't care about your potential. The woman doesn't care about who you might become. Your competitors don't care about your dreams. They care about what you've actually done. What can you show? What have you built? What results have you generated? This is harsh, but it's liberating. Because it means the playing field is level. It doesn't matter where you came from, what advantages others had, what your potential is. All that matters is what you produce. Start small if you must, but start producing. Want to be a writer? Write every day and publish. Want to be an entrepreneur? Launch something, even if it's imperfect. Want to be strong? Train consistently and track your progress. Potential is nothing without realization. It's a promissory note that never gets cashed. It's a seed that never gets planted. And after enough time passes, people stop believing you'll ever plant it. Seneca said it perfectly, it is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop preparing to prepare. Execute now. Imperfectly. Messily. But execute. You either prove it through action or remain nobody. The world will remember what you did, not what you could have done. Accept it, results are your only argument. And let it be loud. Let your work speak so loudly that your words become unnecessary. Truth number 6, discipline beats motivation. You won't always be inspired, but you can always be disciplined. The Stoics taught, character is forged through repetition, not emotions. Every day is a chance to train willpower. Those who only act when they feel like it will lose. A real man wakes at 6 a.m. not because he wants to, but because he must. He works when others rest. He trains when others complain. Because he chose this path. Accept it, discipline is your armor. Without it, you're vulnerable. With it, you're unstoppable. Truth number 7. Your environment shapes you. You are the average of the 5 people you spend time with. If you're surrounded by losers, complainers, and drinking buddies, you're one of them. This isn't opinion. This is observable fact. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. Your environment is either pulling you up or dragging you down. There's no neutral. The Stoics said, avoid those who destroy your pursuit of virtue. They understood that humans are social creatures. We absorb the attitudes, habits, and standards of those around us. If everyone around you is mediocre, mediocrity becomes your normal. Look at your circle right now. Honestly. Are they pushing you to be better? Or are they comfortable with you staying where you are? When you talk about your goals, do they encourage you or mock you? When you start making changes, do they support you or sabotage you? Here's a hard truth. Sometimes people who claim to care about you are actually invested in you staying weak. Because your growth threatens them. It holds up a mirror to their own stagnation. So they'll subtly discourage you. Don't work so hard. You're changing. You think you're better than us now. Your environment is either your growth or your death. Marcus Aurelius, despite being surrounded by luxury and sycophants, was extremely careful about who he kept close. He wrote, "Be like the rocky headland on which the waves constantly break. It stands firm, and round it the seething waters are laid to rest." He couldn't change the entire Roman court, but he could choose his inner circle. He could choose who influenced him. Look at your 5 closest friends. Are they building businesses or complaining about their jobs? Training their bodies or letting themselves decay? Reading and learning or wasting time? Taking responsibility or playing victim? Moving forward or stuck in place? If they're stuck, you will be too. Not because you want to, but because human nature gravitates toward the group norm. It's biology. We evolved to fit in with our tribe. But in modern times, this can destroy you if your tribe has low standards. A man must know how to cut away weakness to build strength. This doesn't mean being cruel. It means being honest. Some relationships have an expiration date. Some friendships serve their purpose but are now holding you back. Seneca wrote, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you. Welcome those whom you are capable of improving." The process is a mutual one. Men learn as they teach. Don't fear loneliness. Fear being with a crowd that kills your dream. Sometimes you need to walk alone for a while. It's uncomfortable. Society will question you. Old friends will feel abandoned. But this temporary loneliness is the price of transformation. And here's what happens: as you rise, as you build yourself, you'll attract new people. Better people. People who are also climbing. People who inspire you rather than drain you. The universe fills the vacuum you create. Accept it. Sometimes, to become stronger, you need to stand alone. Your environment either elevates you or suffocates you. Choose elevation, even if it means walking away from everyone you know. Truth number 8, money solves much, but not everything. You can buy comfort, style, security, but not courage, honor, or love. The Stoics taught not to be a slave to gold. Rich isn't someone who has much, but someone who needs little. Let's be clear, money matters. Anyone who tells you it doesn't is either lying or foolish. Money provides options, freedom, security. It feeds your family. It funds your dreams. It gives you leverage in the world. But here's where most men get it wrong: they make money the goal instead of the tool. They sacrifice everything for it. Their health, their relationships, their integrity. And when they finally get it, they realize it doesn't fill the void they thought it would. Money is a tool, but if it becomes your goal, you've sold your soul. The Stoics saw this clearly. They lived in Rome, one of history's wealthiest civilizations. They saw men with everything who were miserable, and men with little who were content. Seneca was one of the wealthiest men in Rome. Yet he wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." He understood money's true nature: it amplifies who you already are. If you're weak inside, money will make you weaker. You'll buy distractions instead of building character. You'll indulge instead of discipline. You'll become soft. But if you're strong inside, money becomes a powerful tool. You can help more people. You can build bigger things. You can provide better for those you love. You can fund your mission. A man must know how to earn, but not lose himself. He must build wealth without forgetting the main wealth is in mind and body. What good is $1 million if your body is broken? What good is success if your mind is tortured? What good is a mansion if you're alone and miserable? Marcus Aurelius had all the wealth of an empire, yet he chose to live simply. He wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Here's the test: if all your money disappeared tomorrow, who would you be? If your answer is nothing, then you've made money your identity. And that's dangerous. Because money comes and goes. Markets crash. Businesses fail. Fortunes reverse. But character? That's yours forever. Discipline? Nobody can take that. Your skills, your mind, your integrity. Those survive any financial storm. Work hard. Build wealth. Provide for your people. But never forget, money is a tool in service of your life, not the purpose of it. The purpose is to become a man of character, strength, and virtue. Money should serve that purpose, not replace it. Accept it: money is just an amplifier. If you're empty inside, it will only show that brighter. Fill yourself with character first, then build wealth to amplify that character. Truth number 9: pain is your teacher, not your enemy. Every loss, every humiliation, every betrayal is a chance to grow. The Stoics taught, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger in mind. A man doesn't avoid pain, he uses it. He doesn't run from difficulties. He builds character through them. Most men spend their entire lives running from discomfort. They avoid hard conversations. They quit when things get difficult. They medicate pain instead of learning from it. And in doing so, they never grow. Your pain is a forge, and you either become a sword or you break. But here's what nobody tells you: breaking is also an option you choose. You can choose to be broken by circumstances, or you can choose to be forged by them. Think about every difficult moment in your life. The job you lost. The relationship that ended. The failure that crushed you. The betrayal that blindsided you. In the moment, it felt like the end. But looking back, wasn't it also a beginning? Marcus Aurelius faced plague, war, betrayal, the death of children. He had every reason to be bitter. Instead, he wrote, "The mind adapts and converts to its own purposes the obstacle to our acting. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." He transformed suffering into philosophy. Pain into wisdom. Difficulty into strength. That's the Stoic way. Epictetus put it even more directly: difficulties are things that show what men are. Pain reveals character. It strips away pretense. It shows you who you really are when the mask comes off. And here's the beautiful truth: you can choose who that person is. When pain comes, and it will come, you can choose to be bitter or better. To be victim or victor. To be weakened or strengthened. Every hardship is training. Every setback is a lesson. Every betrayal teaches you about human nature. Every loss teaches you about impermanence. Every failure teaches you what doesn't work. The man who's never suffered is weak. He hasn't been tested. He doesn't know his limits. He doesn't know what he's capable of. But the man who's been through hell and came out the other side, he's forged steel. He knows himself. He's unshakable. Seneca practiced voluntary hardship specifically to build this strength. He would sleep on a hard floor, fast when food was available, wear simple clothes when he could afford luxury. Why? To prove to himself he didn't need comfort. To build resilience. Modern men are weak because they avoid all discomfort. They want easy lives. But easy lives create soft men. And soft men create hard times. This is the cycle. You want to be strong. Seek out difficulty. Lift heavy weights. Take cold showers. Have hard conversations. Start that business. Risk rejection. Put yourself in situations that scare you. Not recklessly, but deliberately. Choose your pain. Because if you don't choose it, life will choose it for you. And that pain will be random, meaningless, destructive. But pain you choose. That's different. That's purposeful. That's pain in service of becoming who you're meant to be. Accept it. If you avoid pain, you avoid growth. The strongest version of you exists on the other side of your fears. Real strength is born where it was hard, where it hurt, where you wanted to quit but didn't. Truth number 10, nobody remembers what you felt, only what you did. History doesn't remember emotions, it remembers actions. Nobody will recall how hard it was for you if you didn't do anything important. The Stoics taught, action is what shapes you. Everything else is illusion. Think about the great men of history. Do we remember their feelings? Their doubts? Their moments of weakness? No. We remember what they built, what they conquered, what they created, what they stood for. Alexander didn't conquer the known world because he felt motivated every day. Lincoln didn't preserve the Union because he was confident. Marcus Aurelius didn't lead Rome through plague and war because he felt ready. They acted despite their feelings. Every day you choose, complain or act, cry or break through walls. Most men choose the former. They have feelings, lots of feelings. They feel anxious, scared, uncertain, unmotivated. And they let those feelings dictate their actions. Or rather, their inaction. But feelings are just weather patterns in your mind. They come, they go. If you wait for perfect emotional weather to take action, you'll wait forever. A man isn't words, it's the mark he left. Epictetus said it perfectly. First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. Notice the order. First decide who you are, then act accordingly. Not feel, then maybe act. Decide, then act. Your children won't remember how you felt about being a father. They'll remember if you showed up. Your wife won't remember your intentions. She'll remember your actions. The world won't care about your dreams. It will judge you by your results. This is harsh, but it's liberating. Because it means your feelings don't matter as much as you think. Yes, feel them. Acknowledge them. But don't let them control you. Don't let anxiety stop you from starting. Don't let fear stop you from speaking. Don't let doubt stop you from trying. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Your feelings are just events happening in your mind. You can observe them without obeying them. Imagine you're on your deathbed. You're looking back at your life. What will matter? How you felt? Or what you did? The conversations you had. The risks you took. The things you built. The people you loved. The stands you took. The legacy you left. Nobody's going to say, he felt really anxious but had good intentions. They'll say, he did nothing or he did something remarkable. Every single day, you're writing your story. Not with your thoughts, not with your feelings, but with your actions. Each decision, each small action, each moment of discipline or weakness is a sentence in your life's book. And here's the truth, most men's books are boring. Same chapter repeated for decades. Wake up, complain, work, complain, sleep, repeat. No adventure. No risk. No growth. Just existence. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can start writing a different story today. Right now. Not tomorrow when you feel motivated. Not next week when things are easier. Now. Seneca wrote, "Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life." Don't wait. Don't prepare to prepare. Don't think about it more. Act. Even small action is better than grand intention. The Stoics believed in constant, relentless action toward virtue. Not perfect action. Not flawless execution. Just consistent forward movement. They knew that the man who acts imperfectly beats the man who plans perfectly but never moves. Accept it, your actions are your legacy. Your feelings are wind, forgotten as soon as they pass. But what you do echoes in eternity. Every person you help, everything you build, every stand you take, every time you choose discipline over comfort, strength over weakness, action over inaction, that matters. That's remembered. That's your mark on this world. So what will you do today? Not feel, do. What action will you take that moves you toward the man you're meant to be? Now you know 10 harsh, honest, masculine truths. Accepting each one means rejecting weakness. But that's where strength lies. Because a strong man isn't born, he creates himself through choice, through pain, through discipline. The Stoics didn't teach pity, they taught greatness. If you watched until the end, you're no longer the person who started. Now it's your turn. Accept at least one truth today and take a step. A step toward your true self. Subscribe if you're ready to become a man who takes responsibility for his life. And write in the comments which truth you accepted right now. Train your mind. Master your life.